I've been a fully bar certified. When I got my license, we didn't even have probationary lawyers. For more than a year, I have experience in, docket criminal cases, docket civil cases, drafting contract for businesses, helping people with their legal doubts in general. So after a year, more than a year of being a lawyer, a public defender, I thought it would be nice to change a bit and be helpful to everyone at the other side of the bar as a judge. So yeah, I aim to be a available judge, mainly at the shift 2 schedule, and help people with open court, small claims. Well, I don't think we have that anymore, but open civil court and traffic court and expungements and so on, and also docket cases. And yeah, we've been doing a lot in this year as lawyers. Probably you are familiar with our Grapeseed law firm that I have with Hammer, and we were the first DOJ facility with a bathroom, so always pioneers. And yes, I hope to continue that in the bench as a judge. Thank you.
All righty, Peters.
All right, I am Chris Peters. I'm a former marshal. I've had my bar license since about a week after I moved here, well over a year and a half ago, something like that. Joined the marshals during a very contentious time and stuck with it through thick and thin. Was there when Ron was elected director and helped him, along with many others, to get it to where it's today. I'm running on the platform of no nonsense. I'm tired of seeing these long, drawn-out court cases. That is just this bickering, pedantic back and forth bullshit. And quite frankly, it just wastes everybody's time. I plan to hold open court. I want to make this courtroom, a place where everybody like they can come and let their case be heard, whether they're contesting a criminal charge or they're trying to sue someone civilly. Court doesn't need to be this big scary thing. I plan to help aid in Chief Justice Brittany Angel's vision, of which she's already implemented several of those things, and trying to cut down on that no nonsense. But pretty much, if you come in and are in my courtroom, and if you're trying to be pedantic or just object to every single thing, you probably will get contempt. I want to make this fair for everyone,
is it
and honestly, the strategy coming in is just to
I was
waste
thinking
everybody's time. I'm not going to have that. I'm also
that I was going to come back to a
one of
shootout.
the only candidates that have law enforcement experience. I've been working hand in hand with law enforcement for some time, and I believe there needs to be more perspective on the bench in regards to that. So I plan to bring that to the table. Yeah, that's
The Green Gobbler. Oh yeah, I have to get
While we wait for Simon to come back, we'll go on to Steven. Steven, if you can
chat. I need to get McAllister a number. For Victor.
Name's Steven. Nice to meet y'all. You might know me from the courtroom, one of the best lawyers the city's ever seen. With ease. Take care of many cases. Or you might know me from some of the other work. Famous song known as Strut. If you wouldn't mind, get it on the record that I want that played in the courtroom, please. My introduction. I'll give everyone, there's no time for you to be practicing your Bushido code in the courtroom, sir. Okay, let's relax with those fists. All right, yes, good to see you too, motherfucker. I'll give everyone a minute to put Strut on. Let me know when you guys are ready.
Oh, you're actually doing it.
Strut. Let me know when you guys are ready. Strut. Steven Seagal, look it up. If you got your Walkmans, pull that shit out. strut.
All right,
Let me
fine.
know when y'all ready. Put it on speaker. You guys are a big crowd over there. Get on that speaker.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be tripping. What about you, lady?
Yeah,
I'm
You got
tripping.
it? Okay.
All right, I'm ready.
Ready? Okay. Now listen. This city needs something better than anything that's come before. The DOJ is lazy and useless. If the DOJ were someone that I wouldn't know personally, they'd be like Sly. Lazy, incoherent. Motherfuckers be tripping. Don't know what they're doing. Making B movies on the side. They don't care about good cinema. I do. For too long, this place is fat and lazy. I can make sure that that doesn't happen anymore. It's about time that the city got a judge who actually cares about the people that step inside. Bushido Code ain't about looking good, which I know a lot about. Bushido Code is about fairness. I spent a lot of time in China. I can recite the whole thing to you in Chinese. I'm not here to play a character. I'm here to make sure that the city gets better. No long-ass cork jobs, nothing like that. I'm gonna be fair. I'm gonna be calm. Make sure y'all motherfuckers
What
get the
the
rep you
fuck?
need. Whichever side you deem yourself to be on, I'll make sure that it's fair. And I'll be ruthless. Martial arts, a lifetime of learning. I'm at the peak now. Justice ain't something just to talk about. Justice is something that you need to actually enact. No laziness. Vote for me. I can make this place better. Better than you've ever seen. Thank you.
That was beautiful.
All right, well,
Alrighty.
you might want to keep strut on while you're talking. Do you a favor.
I don't think I will. I don't think I will.
Okay.
And Simon, you go to
Hey, sorry about that, guys. I mean, that guy's insane.
Keep it on.
Terrible song, decent actor. Anyways, I'm Simon, middle initial D, last name Cipher. Simon Cipher. I've been a lawyer for a long time now, and I've worked and learned from the best lawyers in this great city, such as Robin Ferreira and Slick Rick Richards. And I gotta tell you, I have
Wait,
the
he was a
most
lawyer
perfect
back
track
then?
record in Los Santos as a lawyer. I mean, none of these guys behind me compare, especially Steven. But yeah, that's right, 1-0
Cassie
against the
Martin
PD. I taught them a great lesson, I think. Shout out Connor Oxby. Wish he could be here with us today. But yeah,
He's not
essentially,
dead.
yeah, I don't know. Essentially, right? It's simple and easy. We listen and we do judge. That's literally our job, right? So that's right. I am and will be the most unbiased judge there is in Los Santos. It's simple. Thank you. Yeah, vote for me. I'm not requiring you to listen to a song and this long speech about whatever. Anyways,
Listen, kid, y'all don't understand nothing about cinema, okay? Maybe I'll teach
I'm
you
taller than
something.
you and everybody else in this courtroom.
Yeah.
Lock it in, guys.
Yeah.
Lock it in.
Take your shoes off. And then
Alrighty.
that's it.
All right, guys, stop bickering like children, please. What we're gonna do? I have some questions prepared, but if anybody from the crowd would like to ask a question, feel free to step into the middle of the aisle, and then I will allow you to ask the candidates any sort of questions you may like to determine where your vote might go in relation to these judge candidates. But the first question, starting with Steven Seagal, what's your availability look like?
My availability is simple. I'll be here whenever the city needs me.
And what does that mean?
Yeah, okay.
1 p.m. EST until 9 p.m. EST.
Perfect. Simon, what's your availability?
I am available Monday through Friday, 5:30 p.m. EST to 1 a.m. EST, and Saturday and Sunday all day.
Peters?
Yes. Typically my availability is very open, but you know, I like to usually stick between 12 p.m. EST and 12 actually probably 2 a.m. EST. So Degen, so could be available on a moment's notice.
And Alex.
Yes, so my availability would usually be open weekends during the week after, let's say, 5 p.m. EST until late.
All right. And then give another softball here. Why judge? Why now? Starting with Steven. Why do you want to be a judge?
Yo,
And
there
why
needs to be
now?
more energy in this room.
Well, when you say why now, it's because I had spent a lot of time honing my skills. Imagine yourself a blacksmith back in 10,000 BC Japan. It wasn't easy to make a sword with 1,000-folded Nippon steel. You had to make sure that shit was folded 1,000 times. No one has time for that shit. But they still took the time to count it out one by one. Now imagine me. I am that nipple steel blade. It took me a little bit of time to get sharp enough to make sure that I had the skills required to make sure that I was going to be the best y'all motherfuckers ever see. Of course, I had other things going on. If you mentioned my cinematography, Under Siege 1, Under Siege 2, Under Siege 3. It's better than those bullshit Expendables. Nothing.
True.
It's a lot better than those bullshit films as the action's not even realistic. They're all fat, they're all lazy. Bunch of old men. It's like they went into WWE and grabbed whichever wrestler got rejected from WrestleMania and said, sign up for the film. Didn't even pay them much money, just by the way. Basically went to an old age home and recruited whoever they could. But anyways, we're getting off topic. Point being, I became a
us.
lawyer,
Okay.
learned the skills and the craft I needed, and then I came here ready to strike like a viper in the night. Okay?
There you go.
I had inspiration come to me. I was bitten by a cobra at the same moment that I was struck by lightning. Now I'm here, motherfuckers. And I'm here to make sure everyone gets a taste of that thunder.
Alrighty. Simon, why judge? Why now?
Well, first off, I don't know why you'd need to be a blacksmith to be a judge, all right? I think you need to be a lawyer first, Steve.
This motherfucker's so obsessed with me.
Well, no, it's not that at all.
Listen,
Frankly,
I date
how many
ladies
cases
10
have you
times harder
won?
than you.
How many cases? Oh, okay, well,
Yeah.
you know
Why
what?
don't
I wouldn't date
focus
you
on your
anyway.
own
I have higher
platform?
standards.
Why don't you focus on your own platform and get
Speaking
through
of
high school
platforms,
first,
I'm like
okay?
at least 2 feet taller than you. All right. Anyways, I actually, yeah, I have a lot of experience at this point. I've worked with the best, and I want to see what's best for the city and for the future of the Department of Justice. And yeah, I want to judge. I want to, be unbiased. I want to help out in these courtrooms like I haven't seen done before to the fullest. Okay. You know what? I'll be better than this guy to the right of me, so I think that's all that matters. Thank you.
Alrighty. Peters, why judge? Why now?
Hold on. I gotta get struck playing.
That's right. That's right.
Why judge? Why now? Why not? This DOJ is in rebuilding phase,
Hey.
and they need.
Hey, Juno just
competent
texted me for
people
onboarding, but I
that
need
can
to wait
help,
a little bit, right?
Build on that cornerstone that Brittany
Yeah.
is trying to build.
Yeah, like I'd say a little bit longer, yeah.
Okay, does she know
Yep.
that or no?
Let her know that we just need a couple days, but let's have her
Okay.
do ride-alongs in the meantime.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah. The reason's pretty simple. That's like standard.
I feel bad because
or-
I told her yesterday, we were
Yeah.
set, so.
No, that's fine. Let her know, like, listen, things are cleared, but so as not to show preferential treatment, we just want to give it a couple days.
Yeah. that's fair.
And but we do want her have her ride along. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
So-
Okay.
Hell yeah. How's everything? I know it's been hectic. The
Brandon
things.
declined. Yeah, I don't know what he's just being an idiot. We'll put
Yeah.
up the docket and maybe he'll change his mind. I don't know.
I heard the recording in the interrogation, it went something along the lines of he wants to see the PD do it right type shit. And he's of the belief that there was no probable cause. But, I mean, so be it, you know? Or yoink yoink for all this shit.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
If he wants to try to argue it, we'll argue it. It's all pretty cut and dry.
My, I guess the one question would be, you know, if there's any missing statements, it might be worth regarnering anything that might be missing.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll come through everything before it gets posted.
I spoke to Luca. It was productive. So he may be like reaching out to you, Springfield, etc. I told him like, because he feels like he sometimes wonders like, oh, is there anything to do? Because he's been coming around after situations are popped off, so he's there as like a support. But I told him start reaching out to the other marshals and see where you can assist, and he's very excited for that. So,
okay,
hell yeah, okay, easy.
Okay.
As it comes, you know, you got like if there's anything you can piece off to him, it might be.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. All right. It was easy. All right. Appreciate it.
All right. If you need anything, let me know. Take care.
Will do. All right.
Bye.
Control of the courtroom, otherwise things get unwieldy. I spent a lot of time working on cinema, directing my own films. You've probably heard of many of them better than anything, like Rocky, for example. Movie shit. Doesn't even make sense. You wouldn't be able to take it on the chin that much. Unlike that guy's mom. Anyways, point being is that y'all need to keep this place under control. I've had a lot of time doing exactly that. What the fuck?
Get that under control, huh?
Yeah, come get this under control.
I could take him out with one fist, but I
Here for the debate, not here to bother anyone.
My fist is considered a
You are
lethal
with the
weapon.
motorcycle being in here. You gotta take
I'll
the
be
motorcycle
arrested.
out.
I have a motorcycle here, sir. Park that outside and come back in.
Oh, there he
Excuse
goes.
me, sorry, Brian.
Yeah, you're good.
Go ahead, Steven.
Sorry about that disturbance. One of my rabid fans, probably. Look, I get it. Courtroom ain't a movie set. No stunt coordinators going around, no second takes. But let me tell you something, I've controlled worse. I've walked into rooms where everyone wanted to take a photo with me, get their autograph signed, motherfuckers were crazy. Shit was like trying to staple Jell-O to a wall. Doesn't make any sense. Just slides around the staples with ease. That's Bushido code. In my films, yeah, I mean, sure, some of them were kind of cheap. But they taught people the meaning of love and magic. And you don't need money for that. Just like the legal system don't need to be all about that. It can be about something better. That's why I think I can control the courtroom perfectly. Because I've spent my entire life controlling a demon worse than any courtroom. Myself. And I keep that shit contained. No one sees the dark side of me easily. I show that shit when it needs to come out. If I was in Rocky, I would absolutely body Sylvester Stallone. Guy's pushing 90. Thank you.
Thank you, Steven. Alrighty, Simon.
Well, as you just heard, obviously he can't control himself much. I mean, he literally proclaimed himself as a demon, which if you want to vote for that, go ahead, I guess. It's simple. I'm going to use my tactics and methods I've done before to control both parties in the court case. And of course, I'd hope the security and PD would do their job as well if anything were to, you know, happen or break out or somebody were to drive in with a motorcycle. So simple and easy like that. But remember, we listen and we do judge. Thank you.
This guy's a bitch.
Peters?
Yeah, see, hear that?
Could you repeat the question one more time?
What makes you feel like you're fit to be able to control the courtroom?
Oh, yes. Well, you know, I've been a part of several court cases. I've witnessed many more on my own, and I've seen how the court courtrooms have been ran. And of course, as someone just sitting back and observing, I have my own thoughts and opinions, but up on my bench, I'm not going to take any shit from anybody. Just like, if you want to object to every single objection because, you feel like you're, that's your strategy, then, that's come with a different strategy. You'll get contempt in my court. Unless it's legitimate, of course, but want to control, make sure that each side has their due diligence to speak, and want to make sure that the justice system isn't disrupted.
Alrighty, Alex.
Yeah, so pretty much what Chris said actually. I have experience in the courtroom as a lawyer, looking at the procedures. So I think that has given me the skills to know how to read the room and how to kind of see how things should unfold. Because as we know, in our jurisdiction, we have very different kind of cases. We have very serious murder cases, and then, so to speak, we have other kind of less serious kind of cases. So I think it's important to read the room, and then actually use in case things get out of hand, use the tools that the judge has in terms of sanctions and so on. But I mean, I'm just remembering a case where I was defending some chickens that were accused of weapons trafficking, and at some point the chickens pull out some guns and they started shooting out the people in the courtroom. So, and in fact, one of the chickens is still has a warrant. But anyway, the point is that
True.
there's so much that a judge can do, and at some point they just have to rely on the help of law enforcement to maintain the order.
All right. Commander York, your question whenever you're ready.
My first question is for you, Danielson. How many people from the ballot? Is it just one that's going to win, or?
4.
4.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I could actually, let me give you some more. It's because it's a bit different than what it used to be.
Okay.
So normally it was a 3-month term, and then they'd have to run for election every 3 months. But now all judges are going to go up for election once a year, at 4 at a time.
Interesting. Okay, fantastic. I think that's great for everyone to know. Okay, my question, candidates. If you had to run a popular podcast in regard to judging in San Andreas, what would the name of your podcast be? And a short blurb about your highlights on the podcast.
Alex, go ahead first.
Well, that's an interesting question, but I mean, I think I would call it the Grapeseed Law Podcast, because that's where my office is, in Grapeseed, and it's a great place, except when like everything is exploding around the main street. But in general, it's a very nice, quiet place. And yeah, I don't know. I think I would have guests. Mainly from the sheriff's office, to kind of give it some kind of northern vibe to the podcast, while talking about law enforcement things that can be relevant to people in the north. Yes, but something to do with the Grapeseed. And I would like to record the podcast in the Grapeseed. I don't know the actual name. You know, the tavern in Grapeseed, the bar. It's a very nice wooden interior. I think we could do like these like podcasts that have also video as opposed to just audio. If we have enough budget, I don't know. Yeah, the question didn't specify that.
Alrighty. Peters?
About a podcast, it'd probably be called Objection What the Fuck. Be a simple podcast. A lot of people find court very boring and monotonous. So it'd be a good time for listeners to tune in and get the nice little tidbits and information of what happened in the courtroom, and also discuss any other crazy things that happen inside the courtroom.
Boring.
Alrighty. Simon?
Well, my podcast actually would be called The Dynamics of a Coin. Because let's be honest, everybody's coming here to court to get some money, you know what I mean? Anyways, the blurb would be, we listen and we do judge. That's right. That's all you need to know. Be much more interesting than any of this guy's movies, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, but okay. How are you going to fall asleep? Are you going to do that when you're in a court case as a judge? Okay.
Oh, no, sorry. Just something about your voice.
Shit.
All right, Steven, whenever you're ready.
Let me
Well,
get
it's
straight
very
going.
simple. Yeah, get that music playing.
All right, go.
Back when I was a younger man, I made this film called Out for Justice, heralded as one of the greats of all time. Citizen Kane, Lord of the Rings trilogy, Sopranos season 1, Godfather,
I mean, Sopranos season 1 was really
Above
good.
the Law, and Out for Justice. And let me tell you something. Making that film taught me a lot about the law. And so I would name my podcast after that, and we'd speak about all the important things everyone needed to know to get out there for justice. Because I don't say that there's no time to get justice. I don't have time to not be able to get justice. And justice will be achieved no matter how many times I have to practice Bushido on people. Bad motherfuckers out in the city think they can do whatever they like. Podcast gonna be talking about that. Make sure that justice is followed, because some shit just ain't sweet. Yeah, I need to keep that in mind. No matter what happens, remember, I'm out there for you.
Thank you,
It's crazy
candidates.
about your prosciutto. Jesus Christ. Sorry.
My prosciutto
Is
comes.
he
Thank you for the
saying
question, Vivian.
prosciutto, like the food? Prosciutto?
Yes, yes.
Oh.
Shit, now I'm hungry.
Gentlemen, I'm Justice Norman Adams. I have the next question for you. We've heard a lot today from the four of you about what you plan to do and why you think you will be successful and what you think you can bring to the courtroom. I'd like to ask you to draw on your personal experience. What primary personal experience have you had as an individual that most suits and qualifies you for this position?
Starting with Al.
Peters, go first.
Oh, Peters, go first. There you go.
Well, my personal experience extending, primarily from the marshals. Whenever I first became a marshal, I mainly was the government corruption guy. My first case as a marshal was actually getting the deputy chief of VMS impeached for embezzlement. Then moved on to a magistrate for many things, also embezzlement and treason. I have dealt with DOC people that have we've got them on trying to alter their own DNA within the MDT. Even dealt with chief of EMS that was recently fired prior to Savannah Wells coming into that chief role. But those are the experiences that I would draw on. Also, even being a part of some of these cases that the marshals have brought up in the past, as well as I've also helped other officers and advised other people on their court cases or similar cases.
Okay. Stephen.
Let's try to keep
Personal
it under 3
experience.
minutes, Steven.
Spent my life walking into situations where everyone thought they was right. Most of them being wrong. In my films, I played the guy who had to step in when order broke down.
Yeah, I voted for this guy.
And that's because I own that role. It's because I'm good at it. I know what I'm good at. Okay? I know for a fact what I dominate in this life. Like a gazelle being hunted with a hunting rifle. My fists are considered lethal weapons for a reason, as is a hunting rifle. It's pretty simple. I learned restraint. I learned timing. I learned that swinging a fist might feel good, but using my head feels even better. Outside of the movies, I studied discipline, prosciutto code, control of the self before control of the room. Teaches you fairness, patience, accountability. As I said, shit ain't sweet. Judge isn't there to be loud or clever, and I certainly ain't gonna be that. He's there to make sure that shit gets done. My primary experience? Shit. I've got unlimited. A lifetime of wisdom. Been to many different countries. Russia, China, Siberia. That's the experience that qualifies me. Bring all that back and I've honed myself. Not power, not titles. Raw motherfucking judgment. And not like Judge Dredd with Sylvester Stallone. That movie's garbage. Keep that shit in mind. Thank you.
Cypher.
Oh my God, guys! Like, I mean, come on. All he can talk about is prosciutto and visiting countries, right? Like, what's that do you as a judge? But you know, whatever. I've actually been in the courtroom multiple times, witnessing, and in my own case that I've won again against the PD, and it was due to them lacking evidence or trying to put forth evidence after the fact, which lost them the case. So I like to,
Cypher,
you know,
can I
be a
pause you
voice.
there for a
Yeah,
second?
go ahead.
I've been party to you this entire time. You said you just told me that you've been in court multiple times, but you said your crowning achievement is that you're 1-0. What is it actually?
It is 1-0.
So you've been to multiple cases, but you're 1-0.
Yeah, as a witness to the, what are you supposed to do this in the middle of the debate, Justice? Jesus, he won't do that to anybody else. You see what I mean? Okay, I could do whatever you want. See, there's your there's the power in here, all right? But listen, I'm gonna be equal. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be unbiased, and I'm gonna try to help them learn to do not that. So you know, that's basically all you gotta ask for in a judge, right? Not a fucking movie star. Thank you.
Oh.
Alex.
Yes, I mean, I don't.
Steven.
Oops.
Okay, well, that's a charger too. Am I right?
Shit, was that me? Told you my hands are lethal weapons. Grabbed the closest weapon I could.
Go ahead, Al.
Yeah, no, I was just going to say that I mean, it's my experience as a lawyer. So now that I'm remembering, I remember Justice Angel gave me the keys to the lawyer's office back then when she was a justice a long time ago. So I've seen a lot of stuff, civil cases, criminal cases, cell reps, studying legislation, contesting legislation, impeachments, authority conduct reviews. Actually, I did the first authority conduct review in the city for the DOC. So yeah, yes, my general experience as a lawyer.
Very well. Thank you, gentlemen. That's the only question I have for you. I'm going to be stepping out to prepare for a court case. Justice Danielson, you can have the room, sir.
Thank you for the question.
Thank you, Justice.
Just like I said, we got another 19 minutes left before we got to get out of here, so Justice Adams can do his case. If anybody will,
We're using we're using car, sir. You can have all the time you need, sir.
Oh, easy. Thank you, Justice. If you guys have any questions for the candidates, you guys can step forward to the middle, in the aisleway, and feel free to ask a question when I call upon you. But in the meantime, then for the next question. Oh wait, go ahead, Helios.
Oh, I have a simple one. Sorry. Could the candidates explain what the position they are running for as if you were talking to a 10-year-old?
Alrighty. Steven, explain it like he's 5.
All right. I mean, it's rather simple. Imagine this, right? Y'all motherfuckers be listening. Sometimes
you just
kids.
cussed at a 5-year-old.
Don't curse at children. What are you doing, Steven?
Damn, and
Yeah, I
smoking.
learned- When I was a kid, I was
Smoking
exiled to
around a 5-year-old.
Siberia.
Uh-huh.
I had to learn real quick. Okay. I grew up inside of a bear, cut open its stomach, lived inside it. Y'all kids don't know what you're dealing with. Shit's easier now than it was back in my day. Shit. Anyways, y'all gotta deal with some of this smoke, cause you gonna get smoked in this courtroom. Unless I become a judge. Sometimes kids argue on that playground. Everyone talks at once, everyone's loud, everyone's yappy. If no one steps in, turns into pushing and shouting. You get that, little Jimmy? Nobody's happy. The judge is the grown-up who comes in and settles shit. All right, they say, in their little accents, they say, y'all need to relax. Everyone stop, one at a time. I'm running to be a judge because I'm good at staying calm.
We're so
when
cooked.
things get noisy in the playground.
Oh.
I listen carefully.
It's okay, just vote for Ren.
Okay.
I did.
I don't pick favorites.
Alright, good, alright.
Try to figure out what really happened, who's the loudest kid, and then I deal with that kid. Whoever's pushing the other kids the most.
She really wanted to be here.
Doesn't mean I'm gonna be bossing people around.
I get it.
It means that I'm gonna make sure.
Hey, I got my report done,
The
chat.
one who's getting beat the shit out of, make sure that he gets his own upcoming. You know what I mean?
Simon Cyphers want to know because Judge Bo was.
Make sure that he doesn't get silenced just because he's a little baby
Didn't he get a?
who gets
didn't he
picked
run
on.
before?
Blunt, is that you?
You
Howdy.
know what I'm saying?
How you doing?
So really, the judge is just the adult on the playground. That's it.
Alrighty. Peter, explain being a judge like they're 10 years old.
Yes. So
Hello.
Chat, please,
the
cat,
judge is
if you're still
basically
alive.
babysitting and trying to settle disputes amongst grown-ass adults who act like children.
Yeah.
Not wrong.
That's it. That's my TED talk.
Alex?
All right, I'm ready to get back out there.
Well, I would tell this 10-year-old that they should think about it in terms of making pancakes, right? It's very important that someone makes pancakes because people get hungry and want their pancakes for breakfast. But if you had to vote for someone to make the pancakes, would you vote for someone who has not made a lot of pancakes or someone who has experience making pancakes? So they would probably vote for the person that has
I don't
experience
either, but
making
I
the pancakes.
do want
So they
some
should vote for me.
pancakes now.
I want pancakes now.
Alright,
Peanut butter on
Simon.
it? Ooh.
Anyways, so first off, I wouldn't have children like Steven over here in my courtroom. So sorry, 10-year-old Timmy. But I would tell him one thing and one thing only. It's simple. We listen and we do judge. That's right. Thank you. Simon Cypher for judge.
Okay, the 10-year-old is completely lost, has no idea what you're talking about. Ma'am in the middle, did you have a question?
Excuse me?
You there in the middle? Standing in the alleyway?
No, that's a good one. Because holy shit, am I tired of waiting for court cases.
I would take that as a no. Oh,
Shit.
Violet does. Go ahead, Violet.
I got a quick question. Those of us that are docket watchers see these cases sit on the docket for weeks and possibly even months. What are your how would you guys get the cases from the docket into the courtroom more expeditiously?
Starting with Simon.
Well, you see, I would be absolutely on top of the people on both sides of this court case on the docket now that we have them easier accessible on the MDT. Schedule times as soon as we can. The later they go on, well, it's simple. If it's taking too long, the people who are not paying attention to the case would be punished in my court of law. Thank you.
Alex?
Does he know he has no control over that?
Well, I think, this is of course a problem, but
Yeah, I hope he heard
I
that.
think it's only up to the judge up to a certain extent, because I think the main problem is people, cases that involve a lot of people that maybe don't reply to the docket, people that have conflicting schedules. So I think it's a good idea what the Department of Justice is doing now in terms of limiting the witnesses and limiting the number of lawyers on each side, so that these kind of scheduling nightmares don't happen. So I would say I would keep an eye on the number of witnesses and lawyers, and trying to make sure people do reply to the docket notifications.
Steven.
Well, it's rather simple. What's poppin', Violet? It's good to see y'all.
Good to see you too.
Now listen, I respect anyone who wants to take part in the bread and circuses that goes on throughout this city. I respect it. It means that y'all want to keep up to date. It means that y'all want to see progress. It means that y'all want to see things moving.
Where's Dingle Fan at?
Like my song Strut. The most important thing in all this, though, is that I make sure that y'all understand
If I didn't care,
everyone needs to come to this courthouse or they're gonna be motherfucking problems. Far too long and people sat by, waited idle, gotten fat and lazy. Like a prickly cactus in the middle of a desert. Far too long. I must be seeing if we can bring in some kind of fine system. Make them pay some money. If they're gonna be late, they say they're gonna be somewhere and they ain't there. Because you're holding up justice, and nobody gonna hold up justice like that.
Given that
I
Violet
just
asked
don't
that
believe
question,
in
I
it.
think we're gonna let her stay, and we'll go.
So I'll
take
be
that.
using my
Any
iron
tea
fist.
today?
Yeah,
Oh
they
my
failed to
God!
appear. They're gonna be
Actually,
real
yeah,
trouble.
we had a crazy situation earlier.
All right.
We'll be break through barriers like my fist can break through metal. I can bend steel. Test me.
Yeah, all right.
I can.
Okay.
Let's go to Howard.
You'll see.
Thank you for the question. Did you have another one, or?
Oh, no.
Okay. Oh, sorry, I forgot about Peters. Peters, go ahead.
Oh yeah. Well, Chief Justice Angel has already implemented several things to help out with that, including, witness limits, how many people can speak for each side, et cetera, but also moving pre-trial hearings to an hour prior to these cases. With a lot of these cases that have drawn on and on and on, you'll see many pages filled with many different motions, and I think that's a good way to kind of expedite the judicial process. But in addition to that, there's always going to be scheduling conflicts. You can't really avoid that, really. But at the same time, if someone's wanting to bring something forward to the courts and let it get its time in court, but no scheduling arises, then there's also a summary of judgment that can be made. But also, I think as well, just keeping a tight leash on docket back and forth, because I think those are things where certain motions and certain things can be kind of lost in those docket posts. So, but again, I think we've already seen these court cases that have been on the docket already be expedited and seen a lot quicker than they have in the past. So I plan to continue that as judge.
Thank you.
All right. Sir, you got a question?
I do.
Make
How
sure you
would
say it with your chest?
I How would you handle a pedantic slap fight between two opposing lawyers?
We'll start that with Steven.
I mean, it's rather simple. I think that for too long, court cases get delayed by motherfuckers trying to have a full-on martial arts contest with their mouths. And I'd rather that happen in a way that can actually contribute to the justice in this city. And so, I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna be telling them, shut your damn mouth. You talking too much. It's good and all to have some comments be made. I feel like it adds to the environment. And I feel like the courtroom needs to be a welcoming place. And that don't mean that people need to sit in silence, but there needs to be a limit. I need to make sure that people are measured in their responses, not just having bickering matches, but it's got to be constructive. And if that don't happen, well, then they gonna be contempt in this place. A lot of contempt up in this motherfucker. Y'all feel me?
Peters?
I feel you, Steven.
Damn right.
Yeah. So to answer your question, you know, I think we need to combat the pedantics with contempt. You know, I think judges prior in the past have just I think they've let things slide a little too much. And you know, like I've said before, if you know, your strategy is pedantics and objecting to everything, then come with a different strategy. You know, so I think throwing out contempts is a good way to do that. Getting your court in order, and you know, also shutting down any any extra chatter and things that are leading to nowhere.
Alrighty.
Yeah, just
Alex?
like, what is the definition of reasonable suspicion?
Well, maybe I want to defend lawyers a bit here because I mean, there's a difference, I think, between being pedantic with things that are relevant to the case and things that are irrelevant to the case. So, for example, I was doing a cell rep the other day, and the main issue was with a comma in how the charge for criminal use of explosives was put in the charge. So that was the main argument in the cell rep. So it's important to be precise with things in the courtroom. But of course, when people maybe sometimes get wind up when discussing things that are irrelevant and gets very pedantic, then I think, as Chris said, the judge can you know, cut things out, or even if people get unruly, charge them with contempt.
Alrighty, and Simon.
One thing myself and the other three up here can agree on. The only thing is that contempt is the answer. Absolutely. But not only that, you know, you have to control the courtroom in so many different ways. I don't know. Make the lawyers, you know, do a one of those fights or something, and whoever wins, you know, has to shut up for the other one has to shut up for like 10 minutes. I don't know. Make it fun.
Oh no.
Thank you for the question,
What
sir.
the fuck?
Shit, thanks for the question.
I think so.
Yeah, it's your turn now, girly.
Hey, I got a
You got a
question.
question? Go
Uh-huh.
for it.
Basic bitch marshal with all the tools in your vest, but none of the brains.
What the fuck? Excuse me, sorry, I just heard some crazy shit.
What do you say?
What did he say?
It's not important.
Is that the question?
I have a question for everyone. What's the difference between PC and RS?
Well, my question.
That's a good one.
We'll start with Simon.
Yeah, okay.
Absolutely. So, I mean, probable cause is simple.
What do I
right?
hear? Mouse clicking.
Yeah, someone's
can I-
bones are clicking. I can hear that. Sounds like
Just hear click,
Can I
click,
help
click.
you? Okay. I think that might be your own, all right? Anyways, it's simple. Probable cause is the reason of belief, supported by facts and evidence, that a crime has, is, or will be committed.
Thank you for the dictionary definition.
No.
But what is the difference between the two?
Well, she asked what both are.
Nice
I'm
AI
asking,
answer.
Can I continue?
Yeah.
Well,
That's
the
so
difference-
AI. It's ridiculous.
Shit.
Okay, well, you guys
Even
might
the
wanna go help that
radios have a
person, you know what I mean?
problem.
Whoever,
Yeah,
whoever
even the
needs help
radios
over there
agree
might
with
need some
that
more
AI
PC, if you know what
Why
I
are
mean,
you
right?
asking if there's anything else you can help them with? That sounds like AI to me. You gotta edit that out your answer next time, Simon.
I just want a definition of RS and PC and the difference between the two.
RudeScape. You think they've done a crime, like the belief a crime has, is, or will be committed.
That's it.
But you don't have hard evidence, so, you know, you want to question.
Yeah, okay.
Probable cause is hard facts that and evidence that a crime has been or is being or will be committed. Thank you.
Look for the crackheads.
AI.
Steven?
That was the most basic.
Shit.
Look for the crackheads.
Easy.
I agree.
Now,
Yeah, well, they're
So
gonna
that's
steal
the
each other's
AI
answers.
answer.
This is not fair.
I ain't gonna steal shit, boy. Except for your mother's heart.
You keep
Listen
her
up.
name out of your mouth. She doesn't even like the movies.
Reasonable suspicion be like when you notice that someone's stance is
All right,
wrong.
good luck, Steven. You got this.
Thank you. One of my fans.
You paid him.
When you notice that someone's
Fucking
stance in
disaster.
martial arts is wrong, and you just want to make sure that they're doing it right. So you stay ready. You can point out to it, and you check that shit out. In law, that's enough. Say, quick little stop. Maybe a couple questions here and there. Quick look into what's going on. Probable cause, though, that's a whole nother box. And I ain't ever gonna be in a box. I'm always thinking outside of it, no matter what. Even in this room, more rectangular, kind of like a box, but I check the shape and dimensions.
What are you talking about, respectfully?
I
I'm
don't think he
answering
answered your question.
I'm answering it. Probable cause, though, that's a little different. It's when you've seen the strike, you can see it coming. It's too late for the artist to pull back. That fist is coming your way. The facts line up perfectly. Now you're not guessing anymore. You've got enough to act. In law, that's enough for that arrest, though. That's enough for that search. That's enough for that warrant. The difference is simple. Reasonable suspicion is enough to investigate. Probable cause is enough to make the move. Vote for Steven Seagal. Judge to be.
Peters?
Yeah.
Did I hallucinate
reasonable
that?
suspicion is the
I can't
suspicion.
like stay focused
Hunches
with these
on
guys.
something. Probable
Yeah,
cause
you and I both.
Yeah,
is
I'm
the
just
evidence
like
and facts. You know, when cop pulls you over, asks what you're doing, reasonable suspicion. But you know, when he sees you reaching for something, a weapon, pulls out a weapon, there's a justification for the arrest.
Alrighty, and Alex.
Yes, so maybe if I can give an example, suppose you get a call for a gang-related shootout, and you arrive there and you see some people running around, maybe wearing some clothes that you know because you are a law enforcement officer are associated to a street gang or whatever, then it's reasonable for you to suspect that these people are involved in the shootout. But do you have probable cause to charge them? Probably not, because you don't have any hard evidence. Now, however, if
Wait,
you perform a
this is
GCR
oh no,
test,
that's a
and you
taxi.
find out that someone actually has GCR positive, that gives you a probable cause that they have been involved, because you actually have some evidence pointing at them firing a weapon. So I would use that example to explain the difference.
Alrighty. Hope that answered your question.
Okay, thanks, boys. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thank you for the question.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I think I hallucinated about 10 minutes of that.
Alright.
Yeah, something like that.
When it comes to
I think I had a brain aneurysm.
your day-to-day, per se, if you were to be voted in within your first
How long
30
has this been
days,
going
what-
for?
what are the moves,
Like an hour?
An hour?
plan do you have to
I wrote my entire
fit
report
yourself into
for the
the
previous
position? All of you are
situation
lawyers,
during
but
this
on
time.
the other side of the bench is a very different ballgame. Starting with Alex.
Well, I would say just be around. Since I'm usually in my grapeseed office, maybe I try to hang out at the Paleto courthouse. But just be available, take calls, and Justice Danielson annoy judges and justices with experiences in case I have questions. So maybe prepare for that if I get elected.
Alrighty. Peters.
Yeah. My day to day would be.
By the way,
try
Juno,
to get movement.
Yes, sir.
we have to delay your
I know there's
onboarding.
a lot of
Yeah, no,
search
that's fine.
warrant
I spoke
subpoenas,
to spoke to
things
one.
like
I
that.
think that's best.
Yeah.
I can read up on
aren't being written,
legislations and
and
stuff.
there's ones that are going to be signed. So obviously, making myself available for those, but also making myself available to have conversations with law enforcement, with other judges, justices, etc. Be available for bench trials. They'll even do an open court.
Oh.
You know, as well as you know, try to help build any legislation that may need to be built. I know Chief Justice Angel has been working on a lot of things, and there's also a lot of pieces of legislation that need auditing, and so that's a simple task.
There we go.
So, you know, just basically being available to
Oh
help out,
shit!
wherever.
Good. It's like everything from the photos. I take it.
Yes.
Alrighty.
That is.
Simon.
Absolutely. So I would make myself acquainted with the rest of the judges I'll be working with, the justices, even more in the Department of Justice. Like they said, make myself as available as can be. Learn from others in my department and do the best and be the best judge that I can be. Because remember, we listen and we do judge. Thank you.
And Steven.
In the first 30 days, I wouldn't be focusing too much on changing things in any massive way. I'd be learning the system. I don't want to step in and feel like I can do the job perfectly, even though despite that, I probably can.
Rooker's
Start
deputy.
by sitting in the courtroom, making sure that I'm listening where I can, picking up as much information as possible, making sure that I understand what I'm looking at. You can't just walk into any kind of dojo and pretend you know every single martial arts that's being taught there. Kung Fu's more complex than that. And in China, they told me about the prosciutto code. I know all about it. It takes a while to learn. By the end of those 30 days, my goal is going to be simple. Be settled, be prepared, be consistent, be ruthless, be violent. Make sure that the people who need to get judged, get judged. Once people know what to expect from me, that's a different story. When they show them that I'm calm, I'm fair, I'm steady, courtroom's gonna run smoother by itself. That's how I'm gonna fit into this position. With ease. I don't force anything. I earn it.
Someone shoot me.
All right. Sir, you got a question?
Yeah. So this is a pretty simple question. Should be it'd be pretty easy to answer. How are you gonna maintain transparency and accountability inside your courtrooms?
Simon.
Absolutely. I mean, everything we have now is on this docket, right, on our DT, and everything in the courtroom is, you know, out there for everyone to see. And just like I expect my other fellow judges and justices in the Department of Justice to keep and hold me accountable, I will do the same for them to make sure that transparency is the most important thing that we have to offer. Thank you.
I mean, this guy ain't bad. The white hair, he ain't that bad. Right?
Oh, the cipher guy?
Transparency
Yeah.
starts with people being predictable.
I'm just kind of
Is everyone-
concerned if he knows his law
People should know
stuff
what
because
to
he's kind of
expect when they
jokey.
walk into my courtroom.
I
How I
think
run
he
it, how I
probably
make decisions,
knows
and what I won't
the
tolerate.
superficial definitions
surprises,
of a bunch
no
of case
favorites.
laws.
Hmm.
And then is probably gonna wing it. But out of
Nothing
all
like
four
that.
of them, I feel like
I'd
he's the
explain
most
my rulings
competent.
on the record.
Yeah, I agree with
Brian,
that.
I know you're probably busy. I know that you're fighting crime, so we are giving away a bunch of pills over at Up and Adam in case you and the marshals get hungry. We gotcha.
How the law got
Oh,
them there.
thank you very
That's
much.
what
I appreciate it.
fairness is.
Yeah, come get your free food or
Will do.
tell the
It's not
marshals if
everyone
they get
winning
hungry or
losing
whatever.
every
Okay,
time.
sounds good.
It's making sure
Thank you
they
very much.
Okay.
understand why.
All right,
Bye.
take care.
The intent is more important than the action. You know what I'm saying? I'd hold everyone to the same standard. Prosecution, defense, most importantly myself.
You know what
I'll
the
make a
unfortunate
mistake.
thing is, though?
I own that shit. Like everything else I do.
That it's just a
Make
handful
sure
of
that people
people
are aware of
here
it and they
as
correct
opposed to
that
the mass
mistake.
population that's around right now to witness this because they have no idea who to vote for.
It isn't,
Yeah,
about
there's no
being
one here.
Flashy. It's about making
Yeah,
sure
the
that my intent
you what
is clear.
these things should be is something that
Telegraph my attack.
they can record
Thank you.
and
Walter
then it
Stevenson
goes
guy.
on your tablet
Gonna
for
be the
people to
best
watch.
judge y'all ever seen.
You know?
Yeah, but I feel like even then people are still not going to bother.
Yeah, but more so than this, right?
Yeah.
Like maybe like an edited down version of like the good
Exactly.
things.
Well, it looks like
bullet point PowerPoint presentation
Steven
bullshit kind of
Seagal's
thing.
answer was just so wonderful that it blew.
I just can't
John
believe there's not a
Danielson's
single
mind. So,
local law enforcement person here
I'll
at all that are
continue on
interested
with the
in the
question
judges.
with transparency.
Mm,
You know, there are already
make a
avenues in
point.
place for
Gray
transparency.
did come in here,
as,
but he had to go to a court case, so it's
court
just him.
transcripts,
Yeah.
and things like that on the docket. But I think it's also about making yourself available after the court date and open to having conversations with both sides in case that there is an agreement or there's a disagreement or maybe an understanding that needs to be heard from either side. So, you know, just communicating.
Brian, did you
Communicating
hear
with
what someone said to
both sides of the
Carmela
aisle,
today, apparently?
and as well as you know, another avenue of transparency are
Sorry, say again.
you know,
Did you hear what someone said to Carmela today?
No, what they say?
suspects me of
She's an STD ridden bitch.
of doing anything that's
Oh my
inappropriate or
god.
whatever on this
Yeah.
premises.
On Twitter?
You know,
No, like I don't know where,
en-
but like she
encourage and
called the guy and
implore,
chewed him the fuck out.
anyone to file a you know complaint.
How
But that's,
crazy is that?
again, another avenue for transparency and accountability.
Yes, so for my part, actually something I like about the magistrate system that I guess we don't have anymore is that if you voted for a magistrate that you didn't like, well, you could kick them out after 3 months. So I was pretty transparent. We don't have that anymore, but you know, as was mentioned, there's still a lot of avenues like bar complaints, like impeachments, like authority conduct reviews, and so on. But hopefully I can be approachable, so if people have any issues with my decisions or my approach, they can talk to me. Something I've seen is coverage of trials at the newspaper and also recorded, so I would also try to maybe reach out to the newspaper and the other media to encourage them to cover the trials. I think that's important as well.
Well, thank you for your answers.
Well, I guess because Justice Sean's not here. Does anybody else have any questions?
I have a small one. Let's
go
see
for
if
it.
you have an answer to that. What would be your theme song every time you get into the courtroom?
You already know the answer to that question.
What is this question?
Can you be original, Stephen? Like
You already know
I
that.
think the
Why you
attention
asking
span's
questions
gone.
you already get the answer to?
We're done for.
Oh my
Sing
god.
it with me.
No.
You know, when I left, I gained all my brain cells back, and I've been back for 3 days, and I
Mine would
think
be
I lost half
Gold
of
by
them.
Spandu Ballet.
Welcome back.
Thanks.
Oh my god, it's still going.
Oh, we're talking about these.
Yo, Chris, that makes
Except that you just went quiet.
Well, I'm like
I mean, there are several
I'm gonna leave.
several great songs that
I
to go with, but
I kept staying because I was like
pick
I
one.
felt bad leaving, and now I'm just
I don't know, so
I'm
hard to
actually
pick.
dying.
Alex, how about
All
you
right,
go?
I'm gonna catch you guys.
All right.
Have a good one, Nat.
Hey, you take care.
At the moment. I was thinking, I mean, I don't know if judges do weddings anymore, but it would be nice to have like someone playing the
You know, when people care about somebody, they need to at least respond, you know?
She isn't.
Even a simple text would have sufficed. Hello.
Hello.
I'm
What?
sick, so I have a mask on.
Who's this?
My name's Ari.
Did you come with me?